World of YouTube, true crime, a terrible sight, and everything else. Oh, we are back with Fat-Chair Detective, straight from Scotland Yard. Oh, cheerio, here. I'd like to talk about this bloody Chris Waltz. Again, and again, and over, and over, and over. And I am right, I am bloody damn right. About everything I say about Chris Waltz, straight from Scotland Yard. Woo! A lot to take in there, folks. And oh my God. So it's been coming up on the news lately that Mr. Chris Waltz is getting shunned in jail. That's right. Finally, jailhouse rules are taking effect. Of course, I've been hearing some things about this Nicole, and has been talking to him again. Something I don't want to believe, but if it's true, what is wrong with you? You would put yourself into your predicament of crying, going into interviews. Oh boy, hang on a sec. Damn sneeze attack. Anyways, as you go into interviews saying you have nothing to know about this, you have nothing to do with this, and you couldn't believe this all happened, but yet sources say that you're talking to him again. And not only if she's talking to him again, there's other women that want to talk to him, marry him, or whatever the hell they want to do to him. Disgusting, sick. It sounds like Ted Bundy. You know, when I watched that movie in jail, and literally we're watching Ted Bundy, and I'm like, what the You know, at the time, I didn't give a damn about that. I've heard of him, heard what he's done. I don't care about Ted Bundy. But I watched the movie. I went through the whole thing. And at the end, 256 or 50-something plus women wanted to marry that man. And at the end of the movie, he's got a woman banging her in jail. So I don't know how that happened or was allowed. But I guess in some jails, you're allowed to have whoever come along out that end where he was sentenced to prison and get all the lucky things in life. Yeah, okay. But Mr. Watts here. And why do I mention Fat-Chair Detective? Straight from Scotland Yard. Here. It's because I cannot believe he's still dragging this case through the mud. The family of Shannon, sorry, is that it? That's a weird name. Shanann. It's like the shenanigans you put out there. That's what I think of every time I say that name. But, you know, the family listening to this BS. And, you know, this Fat-Chair Detective claims he was right about things he said. He was right about this. He can prove, and I remember way back that he's going to prove that. Oh, man, here we go. Excuse me a moment. That he can prove that someone, or, you know, helped him or whatever the hell he was thinking. Hell, even prove Chris Watts' innocence. Whatever this man is thinking. Of course, mind you, the last video I did on Fat-Chair Detective, I got a comment saying that I'm jealous. That, he knows everything or whatever the hell they was saying. That he's right and he's, you know, he knows what he's talking about. And you're jealous I'm far from jealous from this man. I could care less, because at least I'm not buying my subs, and I'm earning my fan base. Earning is what the world requires you to do. Just like the bands, you're nothing without the fans. I will always say that. Whatever fans he's got, bought or just sucked into his twisted, sick life. And someone had mentioned to me about what he'd done in the past. And I do know, I read up on him. He's not but a con artist, steals money, womanizes women to give him money. And yes, I've had quite a few comments on my page telling me that they got ripped off by him. They were a fan at one time. Sad situation. Feel sorry for vulnerable people like that, because if you don't know people and you don't have the street smarts to read people like con artists, and I can tell you, I lived with one for many, many years, especially being a charming man to the ladies. Oh, yes. I watched women melt like butter to this guy. And it was sick, disgusting. Not knowing the true person like I did. I mentioned no names, but I could tell you, I was very close to that person at one time, till I started finding out, as I got older, what he really was. And talk about a womanizer. Charming. Oh, like I just said, melt you like butter. And, yeah, even gotten money from women. Just like Fat Chair Detective from Scotland Yard. Yeah. But they claim that this Fat Chair Detective is so brilliant, he claims he's gotten things right. And Chris Watts, whatever the hell he was saying about him. And if he was so right, why ain't people listening to him in prison if they, or, hear this say so, because they can't get what they want to hear in prison. And if they do, well, okay, then they know that Chris Watts is more of a scumbag than what he makes himself to be. And with that being said, the popularity of this guy, Chris Watts, that's probably flowing through the web, and why he's probably getting more women calling him. And it don't help that we have a Fat Chair Detective that publicizes this guy's ugly face. I don't even gonna say what he's good looking or not. That guy's total ugliness to me. Just a straight up, oh yeah, thinks he's a badass muscle man, fit freak. Just to charm the ladies, and then look at him with his gray hair right there in that black and white picture. But I didn't look into this yet, but whatever happened at the sand dunes, oh, I think I know. Yeah, I think I do know. Of course, down, remembering the vehicle and being seen and all that. I refuse to show his face, because I don't even want to look at it. And it looks like he's with the Nicole girl in that picture. But it's just disgusting how this guy's getting his publicity. And everybody's probably right, starting to get sick of his shenanigans in prison, of talking and, Mr. Gone from whatever he was to full believing in God. And shame on God for not striking him dead yet. Let him roam the prison system, live off free taxpayers' money, as 3 4 people die by his hands, and 4 or more people, that's a serial killer. And who knows what would have happened if he did get away with this. Started a whole new life with Nicole, had kids with her, and all of a sudden, 2, 3, maybe 4 kids popping up. And he's over here, whoa, one of them guys that sit there and say, wait a minute, after 2, 3 kids, what the hell am I doing? And then sit there and look dumbfounded. What? 3 kids? Oh, that is what the world has evolved in, is when majority of men, and we're talking about the players, we're talking about the charmers, the womanizers, the POSs that sit there and talk to these women, make them feel like the most important thing in the world, blow the sweet nothings into their ears, and then high and dry them after realizing what they have done, dropping a seed and saying, what? When the word comes up that I'm pregnant. Mr. Watts here. Who cares if Shanann, I can't, why I can't, I just can't get that name. We'll just call her S.W. Sorry, Shanann. Who cares if that woman was in charge? Who cares if she was on her husband and nagging him? Sometimes in life, getting involved with someone else, getting involved with someone means that you're taking on a whole new role. And you need to live with it, deal with it. If things change and you didn't put enough time in that to realize what that person or who they were, and you wanted to just rush right into it, say so, and then after so many years sit there and say, this ain't what I want. Well, shame on you for not doing your homework. And that's a lot of things I think are wrong with the world today, because the simple fact that, and I think there should be more schooling for this, especially when people want to have babies. And that's exactly something that should have been thought of in this case before having them babies. Because after 2 kids, the family life, a woman gets children, of course they need the help. Parenting ain't about one parent. It's about both parents taking care of their responsibilities. Not the guy or whoever just getting up to whatever. I didn't expect this. Can't handle it. If you can't handle the truth, if you can't handle the lifestyle of what you made, then you should have done some schooling. And I think there should be more schooling. Back in the day when teenagers would have the babies on, the after school teen programs and the kids going on with the babies, they need to bring that back full force. Because I think, honestly, if they would have had a class of that, right, there wasn't more of it. I know they had it. But you know what? I would put it in my perspective of what I know and my experience. Because, right, you can't predict all your kids. One could come out perfect as day. Perfect as a clear summer day on a beach, blowing through your breeze through your hair. Sometimes they could come out just great. Then the next one, blah. Then the next one, oh. And you know what? No one is given instructions of a manual on a child. Unless you do. I can't even say that. Nope. back that up, erase it. Because I can't even say if you go to school for child psychology, that don't even help you. Then I don't care how many people got degrees. Because when you got the lower class people of time and they are brought up in different environments, not the high society that some kids, right, come out to be brainiacs, come out to be geniuses. And some kids in history have made it to college at a young age. You can't do that with all people, and you can't think all people are going to be like that. Definitely when you're in the struggling, and definitely when you have mental health issues. And that being said, whatever this guy thought, and obviously he had some mental health issues. I mean, to sit there and stare blankly at law enforcement as they're looking at surveillance, to sit there and laugh or smile in talking to a news reporter, and I think it was a woman, and that's probably why he was all smiling. Well, look at this woman checking me out. Yeah, that's what my wife's missing. But she's checking me out. There's mental health problems right there. Immediately, something was wrong. Something was off. Shanann missed it. She missed that. She got frustrated with that and said some things, right? What any normal woman would say. Because if something's going on and you know it, and you're playing it off, like there ain't nothing going on, there's no another woman, then something is off. You have mental health problems. You know what? I don't care what anybody says. When you do stuff like that, you have problems. You have issues. You've grown up into something and seen stuff by someone that has messed up your whole mind. Me, fortunately, I've seen everything it could be possible that anybody has seen. And I try, and I've always tried to do the opposite of that because I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong. And with that being said, and to think what this guy was thinking, I'm going to get out of this, I'm in love with her. Obviously, he could possibly have started to get, a sex addiction or something out of a lot of people, men. And I could just imagine if he was watching porn and all this stuff and have that second life hidden in the closet, waiting to be opened up by his wife and say, ah! So yeah, and with all this being said, and Mr. Fat Chair Detective is saying he's right on this, right on that, how come he cannot get the prison to believe his words? How come he can't get through? And I don't know, honestly, prisoners do have access to the internet, don't they? Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure this idiot does. But if he's seeing all this stuff coming in from women, and Mr. Fat Chair Detective is right, why is he getting shunned? And why is he sitting his life right now starting to go into PC? Yeah, so why is he in PC now? Why is everybody shunning him? And there was I've seen an article with a correctional guard saying, because of the child killers and women beaters, what I've said all along in my videos, because I've been there. I've been behind the walls of the prison system, and I know what goes on in there, and I know the jailhouse rules. And finally, because of this guy's publicity, and women are coming in and wanting him, even if that Nicole is talking to him, someone's seeing it on the inside, and someone's disgusted with it, and this guy's eating it up. So why can't fat chair detective make anybody else a believer of what he thinks he knows of this guy or what he has given him for help, so-called what he says. Well, I had to cut my other video. This is a split-in from this morning. And as I was saying about Chris Watts getting shunned, Chris Watts having people not like him. And as I was saying before I cut the video, so I had some stuff I had to do. I was running a little late with something and I had to cut it short, but that's right. What I was saying was, why ain't Mr. Armchair Detective making people believe that Chris Watts is not the man of what they think he is, the monster? I mean, he's been rambling on about Chris Watts and this new evidence and this new stuff. And, everything is out there that of Chris Watts that he claims is the truth. I said this, and it is true. So why is everybody not looking at Chris Watts differently? And someone has mentioned in the comment before that fat chair detective believes that Chris Watts killed Shannon, sorry for that. But, if he believes it, why does he keep covering it? And keep going on with it. Yeah, I gotta pause a moment. Anyways, it's just, really baffling me. And making me shake my head. Just to think that this fat chair detective, honestly thinks that Chris Watts and like I said, he's got all this evidence. He's got this stuff going on about this. He's got stuff going on about that. But why does he keep covering this case if he believes that Chris Watts is, not innocent? He knows he murdered him. And, of course, I was reading something that he posted that, Chris Watts, I have proof that he put the girls alive in the tank. You know what? Nobody want to hear about this BS about the girls being dropped in the tank alive. It's bad enough they were found in the damn thing. And who in their right mind wants to solve a case or even put in there a mention that the girls were put in there alive? You think about this. This freaking guy is covering nonsense. The guy's convicted. The guy's a killer. The guy's going to sit the rest of his life in jail. But then again, I won't be surprised if he gets a Scott Peterson trial and get it overturned. Yeah, maybe that's what fart chair detective is trying to do for this man. Go get his case overturned because Nicole had something to do with this. And then I was looking up about the one of the mentions this too about the two women. So I've been looking up about that and the September women, they call them. And, I got people, I've read comments that they said, they were there looking around, they got in the car, they left. There was someone that said there was never any women there, they never got out. And they're talking about the surveillance camera in the neighbor's yard that didn't catch good, video footage because there was a tree in the way or the light was shining. So where the hell did these two women come in, and is that the one they're claiming is Nicole with a partner and Chris Watts being nobody but a victim? Is that what's going to come up next with these September women? And I know that I kept up a little bit on Fat Chair Detective, and how he did say Nicole was involved and he was throwing her under the bus. But now he's got them videos up that she's been keeping in contact. That's where I'm getting the information from. I'm not listening to it. I'm not falling for it. If it's true, it's true. If it ain't. But just to hear this stuff come out of this man's mouth. And when I check his page, it's like going down 20 friggin' videos. And it's all about Chris Watts this. All about Chris Watts that. All about how he could have been framed, in his earlier videos. It's friggin' disgusting. It's just like the Delphi murders. Until they get a suspect, right? Can they just live in peace until that day comes? Other than that, no. It's getting thrown up in their face daily. This is the guy, that's the guy. This is the news thread. Look at this, look at this. Let me send you an email. Did you see this picture? Is this the bridge guy, Yeah, everybody gets excited for having new evidence or a new picture, a new POI or blah, 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 blah. But oh, wow, you just can see how fast I'm going with this and spinning your head in a circle like the Exorcist. Pretty soon everybody going to be puking out pea soup because they're so damn dizzy. And you get so excited, you get down in that picture, and you get down to the face, and you get down to this, and you get down to that. It's like, will you shut the hell up and leave me? Oh my God, will you stop? It's like, will you please stop the nonsense? And where fat-chair detective is really bringing on the nonsense, man. And I refuse to show, screw that up. I didn't want to show his face, but everybody was talking about this too with the beach or whatever the hell, him. And I think it's Nicole in this picture. And they talking about the beach or whatever, or the sand dunes, or, what's the sense of talking about this guy? Because all we're doing is giving him more publicity. He's been caught, he's been convicted, and everybody wants to just leave it alone. But where this guy keeps coming up with more information that he claims is the truth, and you can't handle the truth, because fact-chair detective says so. Here. When's enough? Huh? When is enough? Oh man, every time I get in looking at this and looking at it in the case after video after video. In these cases, when you got the killer and you got him convicted, you got him sentenced, and you can see in the light of day. That's right, leave it alone. But nope, not this guy. All the girls were stuffed in the tank alive, and I can prove it. Nobody wants to listen to that. I know I don't. That'd be a friggin' nightmare left alone on its own of someone trying to think of, picture that in their mind. And if they do get it stuck in their mind, because this guy says it's true, well, then shame on him. It's an endless friggin' nightmare with this case. And I can't believe he's getting away with video after video after video. I didn't want to do this video, but I had to because, I need my 2 cents in because it's just ridiculous. Anti-fact-chair detective. And it's sick. And, I feel for the family. And I hope they get some closure out of this. And for you, Bug. Bugs, man. And I wish, people would just leave it alone, but they're still after this case, too. And I can't believe it, because he's been convicted. He was found. He was stopped before you do it again. Do it to Nicole. But yet, everybody wants to know, did he have an accomplice? Did he have this? Now the September women is a new thing. I didn't even hear about that in the beginning. 2 women showed up there, and they were there, but they weren't there and looking, and what the hell? And it's like, wow, what's really going on in this case? Even though we have the killer, it's not like other murders where we don't have the killer and we have to continue to talk about it. It's unfortunate for the families out there in Delphi and everybody else that's got a case similar to that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and then everybody just got to keep on going. Keep on going. Oh, great. Here we go. Dog fight, fight. All right, Ted, shut up. But I hope this gets laid to rest, and I hope this shunned shit continues, and this guy relives the rest of his life in PC, so he don't get no publicity. Better yet, I just hope jailhouse rules take its course. That'd be the best thing for this man. But other than that, man, it's just ridiculous. It's getting old, and I can't believe this guy is still on the air, man. Hour videos of nonsense. And it's all about obsession. And I can't believe how obsessed that man is to this man. I wonder if Armchair Detective has a little thing for Chris Watts. Here. Want to see the man naked, does he? Want to see his tallywhacker? Is that what Armchair Detective wants to do? He must be infatuated with Mr. Watts. Is that why he likes Chris Watts? Dirty old chop. But anyways, I don't know. This is just something I think should be left alone, go away, and stop friggin' announcing it like it's some great ordeal. And that's Mr. Fat Chair Detective for you. Other than that, I just wanted to share my thoughts on this, and I just can't believe that it's continuing in the nonsense brought forth on this stupid case. I mean, I hope the family gets closure one day and this guy is out of their face forever. And whoever talks of him and obsessed with him and trying to, clear his name, say so. But I don't know. Other than that, folks, be safe, take care, always beware, and try not to watch too many of these videos. I assure you, it's not any good to listen to this garbage, even though mine's up. But I'm all about, that's right, just scolding the person doing it and keeping it real. I want to keep it real. And this guy ain't keeping nothing real, Mr. Fat Chair Detective. Straight from Scotland Yard. Here. Don't you call me a bloody bastard. You're the bloody bastard. Gotta get out of here. I'm losing my mind. But anyways, I don't know. This is just something I think should be left alone, go away, and stop friggin' announcing it like it's some great ordeal. And that's Mr. Fat Chair Detective for you. Other than that, I just wanted to share my thoughts on this, and I just can't believe that it's continuing in the nonsense brought forth on this stupid case. I mean, I hope the family gets closure one day and this guy is out of their face forever. And whoever talks of him and obsessed with him and trying to, clear his name, say so. But I don't know. Other than that, folks, be safe, take care, always beware, and try not to watch too many of these videos. I assure you, it's not any good to listen to this garbage, even though mine's up. But I'm all about, that's right, just scolding the person doing it and keeping it real. I want to keep it real. And this guy ain't keeping nothing real, Mr. Fat Chair Detective. Straight from Scotland Yard. Here. Don't you call me a bloody bastard. You're the bloody bastard. Gotta get out of here. I'm losing my mind.